Then how to select? Once we are ready with the content as per the requirement, how to select the journal and conference to submit your manuscript, right? So for that, I will go to some journals list. Can you see the list of the journals? So many journals or publishers are ready to publish your article. Can you imagine? More than 4,000 papers, journal publishers are ready to accept your research article. The condition is there should be some novelty. You can see the elsewhere having more than 3,000 journals, Springer also having more than 2,000, Valley also having more than 2,000, and other publishers also there, right? Cambridge University Press, Oxford University Press, okay, Maidlone publishers. So these are the publishers where they are ready to accept your research article. But it's your task now, it's your job now, how to make it possible to publish based on their requirement, right? So there are some journals. Again, I said how to select the journal. How to select the journal. We have the list of the journal, and from there also how to pick it. So for that, there are some journal finders, right? You can journal finder Valley, journal finder elsewhere, finder Taylor and Francis. These are some finders we are having. If I go for the first one, can you see the master journal list? If I'm going for this first, I will get this website, right? And in that, I can search any topic. Like suppose again, I am saying CFD on battery thermal. I will go for this topic, and they will give the list of the journals. Can you see? This is the list of the journal which are related with your topic. Now, if you want to see more insight, you can go to the view profile, and in that view profile, it will be giving details. I need to register for this one, but it will give the total information about that particular journal. Total information about that journal. Okay. Then next, we have second. In that, if you open this, you can see. And in that particular website, if I go for the solar energy journal, I will search, I will click it, and it will give the list of the journals which are related to the solar energy, and it will give the information about that journal. In that website, you will get all idea about the details, how journal of solar energy engineering, find similar type of journal you can observe. Then it will give the SJR, total documents submitted, published, all the details are there, whether it is Q1, Q2, Q3, these details you can get it from this website. Okay. Now next we are having the journal finder for elsewhere. Now for journal finder for elsewhere, if you want to submit, then we will get this type of window. Okay. And in that window, they will ask you to submit the abstract, right? Suppose if I take the example of this article, and I'm copying this particular part in this particular box, and I will search it. Then this finder will help me to get out the list of all the journals which are related with this abstract, right? You can see the solar energy journal, and it will give the information about the impact factor, site score, acceptance rate, time for the first decision, time for the second decision after getting the response from the reviewer. All the details they are giving in the journal finder for the elsewhere. You can see, so the solar energy, one of the journal, whether it is open access, whether it is subscription based, this information also you can get it from this details. Then I can submit my paper based on the abstract in the journal renewable energy. I can submit here also applied thermal engineering. So it will giving the information about the journals which are related, which can have the idea about your abstract, keywords from your abstract. So they will pick up the keywords, and accordingly they will give you the information about the journals, right? Then similarly, the elsewhere having some database. Same way, the Valley also having its own database. Okay, so if I go for the journal finder through Valley, I have this particular part. Again, same way, you can add the title if I am adding the same manuscript, abstract, and I'm adding the title of the paper, find, then again it will give the list of the journals which are which is having the value publication. Okay, so every publisher is having its own database, journal finder. You can search it if you want to publish in particular journal. Okay, so similarly I have given the list of some journal finders. You can go through it. Fine. Then submission part. This is the idea I have given already, hands-on type of things. This is list of the journal. Once I search for the particular topic based on the abstract, I get the list of the journals. Okay. Now, once you got the idea where you want to submit, next task is submission. Where to submit, how to submit. Right. Now for the submission, I will go for the live session for this one. Now this is the journal where I want to submit my research article. Applied energy, you can see the impact factor 11.2, site score of 21.1. So this is the journal where I want to submit the research article, right? Now in that we need to log in first. So you can see the submit your article. Okay, in that also you can see the guideline for authors. Call for the paper will be depend on they will share the a request to the expert people, those who are working in the particular area since 10 years or 15 years. To them only they generally ask for the submission type, such a type of things. Then open access options. Okay, so these are the details we can go when we are clicking on this particular publish part. Then you will go for the submit your article. In that submit your article, they will ask you to log in. Okay, they will ask you to log in. Then there is a list: submit your manuscript, submit, send back to authors, incomplete submission, and things. So I will go for the submit new manuscript. Then they will ask, already I had done some activity, so I will start with the new manuscript. In the new manuscript, they will ask whether which type of article it is, whether it is research paper, whether it is review article, or it is VSI. Can you say virtual special issue? Like suppose virtual special issue is VSI means like I am conducting some conference, and through conference I want to publish the paper. I need to communicate with the journal. Then they will allow me to publish the paper through conference, and that conference will be listed in this list. Okay, so you can see ICCUS conference. These are the VSI is related with the conference paper publication, special issues. Now I want to publish research article and peer review article. Can you see the review article, research paper? Now I will go for the research paper at present to show you how to submit. What are the content we are expecting? Then they can ask again, if you have the ORCID ID, you can put it here. Otherwise, I will go for the proceed. Okay, now in the top side you can see article type selection, attached file, general information, review references, additional information, comments, manuscript. So all these details you need to fill while submitting the details, submitting the research article. Having the manuscript is not only the part. We have so many files should be ready with us. So now while submitting, as I already said, it is a research article type selections. So I can browse it. I can go for the submission. Next, most important part. If I show into the PDF, can you see this PDF? Sorry, can you see this part? We missed one part. Once you go to the journal, then there is a information about the aim and scope. Whether our journal paper is fit to the journal or not, we need to find out. That information is already given in the journal's website. You can see there is a about section, and in the about section there is information about aim and scope. So you have to read all the details where our paper is fit to the journal or not. If it is not fit, they will directly, our editor will reply you, the article is not fit to the journal, so it is rejected. Okay, they will strictly give the message to you. So you should aware about this part. Then submit your article, then log in, then Again, guidelines already given in the particular website. You can read it, how the title is, subtitle, subcontent, how should it should be, font, spacing, citation style, figure caption, table. All the information is already given in the instruction for authors. Go to it and check it. Right? Then news manuscript, as I shown to you. Then they will ask you about the type of the article, and there is a one section. Can you see the declaration of interest? Declaration of interest. So what is the declaration of interest? I will tell you. Now, before, see again list of the details we are having. Right. Now, in this particular part, there is a declaration of interest, and there are some star mark requirement for submission. Can you see the manuscript, title, page, declaration of interest? It may change according to the type of the journal. So, but whatever the star mark are there, it is compulsory to submit with the journal submission. It is compulsory. It is mandatory. It shows that conflicts of interest, circumstance including financial relationship, affiliation, personal connections, professional obligations, right? For example, if I take the example, suppose if you are getting the funding from third party, and if you are not mentioning their details in the acknowledgement, then there is a type of conflict of interest. They are contributing to develop your setup, to write the research paper, to make the possible results. So if you are not adding their data, their acknowledgement, then there is a conflict of interest. That declaration you have to mention in the particular part. Once you declare it, what are the options you can see here? I will click on the declaration of interest. Can you see here? I'm clicking on that. They will ask you some details. Okay, reported work, outside this work, intellectual property, IPR is there if there, other activities. These are the conflict of interest may be possible while writing the research article. You have to clarify there is no conflict of interest. If there is some contribution from the third party for maybe the financial or for writing the paper, then you have to mention. Okay, then you have to mention start declaration. If there is no, then you can say I have nothing to declare. So I will click on this, I have nothing to declare. It will be available in your Word file. Can you see? And it will be this part. It will be like this. So you have to upload in your submission. Then I will browse it. I will upload all the files. Then there is journal information. Can you see? There is general information. What are the general information we are having? We have to fill. Click on that general information. Okay. Which domain you want to explore? What is the area your article is covering? That details you need to add in this particular part. So my area is solar drying, so it is related with the renewable energy. Again, I will click on that. Then I will go for the solar energy. Okay, hybrid renewable energy, other renewable energy. I need minimum 3 to 5 clarification. Okay, there is no advancement, so I will go for the energy only if it is there, if it is there anything, and I can add in this part, right? And I can submit. This is the part of submission. After getting these details, it will be allow us to proceed further. Then we will go for the review references. Now it is having some advantage. The people who are having expertise in your area, you can give the details of that particular reviewer, right? You can add the reviewer details. But if you are submitting to the high impact factor journal, they are always looking for some foreign reviewers. But if there is additional information you can add, right? So confirmation they are asking from the other corresponding authors. Okay, novelty they are asking is minimum 200 words. Even though we are explaining everything in our research article, still they are asking some novelty so that they can scrutinize the details before going for the complete paper review. Okay, so need to highlight all the details. What is the novelty we are having? Okay, what is the importance of the paper for the journals? Why journal should publish this one? Okay, all the details you have to mention in the required words. Limit is 200 characteristics. it depends on the type of the journal again. Sometimes journal may ask, may not ask. Okay. If they are not asking such a type of details, what they will ask? They will ask additional details again here. Okay. This part is already okay for you. Then I will go for, see, this is the list of the content. If I'm going for the journal of cleaner production, which is having impact factor more than 11, if I want to submit in this journal, I need to submit these details: manuscript, title, page, compulsory. Right now, again, additionally, if you are creating some different image, different figures, if you are having, you want to upload, there is option. Can you see figure, table, e-comment, video still? These details, if you want to stronger your research article and you want to claim strongly, you have the backup to make it more strong, then only you need to submit all the details. Otherwise, the manuscript can be processed with the manuscript, title, page, and declaration. That is enough. Right now, after that, again, manuscript, title, page, abstract, keywords, introduction, material, method, result discussion, future scope, conclusion with the future scope, acknowledgement. These are the requirement in the main title, main research article. And what is additional thing? Funding, from where you got the funding for the development of the setup, any conflicts of interest, data availability, whether you are collecting the data from any internet source or government organizations, then code availability, then author's contribution. These are the declarations you have to specify, and these are the content within your manuscript. These are the content, it should be within your manuscript. Right now, if I go one by one, I already I said what should be the title, word limit, abstract, keywords, already I explained in the PDF. Now there is one additional thing. If I want to show you in the folder, if you make it more stronger research article, there is some requirement. At any cost, journal should publish our paper. So what are the content we are expecting? Okay, so this is the content we required. We need cover letter, we need declaration, we need graphical abstract. If you have, it is not compulsorily you need, but the graphical abstract will strengthen your publication. Highlights, then paper, then title. Okay, now cover letter. If I go for the cover letter, what exactly we should have inside the cover letter? So I will write the cover letter to editor or co-editor of that journal. Suppose the journal of cleaner production, it may change. Actually, I think it's changed. So I need to write to the co-editor what exactly we are covering in the particular paper. So subject and what is the novelty, what exactly it is, whatever the 200 words you mention in this particular part, whatever the 200 words about the importance of the journal, everything you have to summarize in the cover letter. You have to summarize all the things in the cover letter with your sign at the bottom. Right? This is the part of cover letter. Then we'll go for the declaration. I already explained. Graphical abstract. Graphical abstract. The main thing they will see, what is the methodology, and what is the ultimate output you are getting. So with that two things, you can present your graphical abstract. Here I have presented graphical abstract by showing the methodology for that particular setup, development, input and all, and base after that, what is the output I am getting? I have pasted the graphs for the same. So with this, I have completed my graphical abstract. Now, next part is all about the highlights. So it is most important part if you are talking specifically for the review article, but some journal research article also they are asking the highlights. The highlights should be the crunch of all the details. Crunch of all the details. Like suppose I am taking one example in the PPT itself. Can you see? But elsewhere, specifically elsewhere, they are expecting that the highlight should not be more than 85 words. Okay, so you can see the highlights. I have developed the entire type of solar dryer, so I mentioned that. So performance parameter of the solar dryer are estimated, moisture content of the apple, and watermelon decreases. I given the results, small result. Okay, and other parameter which I estimated, I specified in this particular highlights. So it should be very small, and it should be less than 85 words. Sometimes what happen, if we are not, if we go beyond 85 words, the software itself reject our paper. They will ask you to resubmit again. Okay, so be careful about this highlights part. Then next is all about the complete paper. It is all about the complete paper, and it is title. Title means it is simple. What is the title you are having? What is the title you are having? And acknowledgement, if any. Right. So this should be the content if they are asking for the title page. Okay. Now once we done with all the activity, they will ask some information. I don't want to. Please don't share my uh, paper to the one of the author. If there is a negative impact on in your mind about that reviewer, you can mention this detail that I don't want to. Please don't share this article to a particular reviewer at that. Okay. Now again, after giving some comments, or if you want to give some suggestions, you can put it here. Then go for the manuscript data. Okay. In that again, same information, full title. What is the title? Abstract, keywords, author's detail. In the author's detail, you can see presently I am single author. You can add more authors. In that additional authors list, you have to mention the first name, title name, academic degree, email address, and all. Okay, and you can make him as a first author or corresponding author. There are so many corresponding author. We can say main author is also maybe same or different. There is no issue about that. So you can add the list of the authors in this way. And after completing all the activity, they will ask you to submit. And before submitting, they are giving the chance to build up the PDF, and you can read it completely, whether whatever the file we uploaded, whatever the content we uploaded, whether it is right or not, correct or not, we can verify after building the PDF approval. Okay. Save and submit. Later you can do it. You can save it anytime, and you can build the, after completing all the activity, you can submit and you can get it for the proofreading. Okay, so build PDF will help you to make it assure before the submission all the contents are correct or not. Right? After submitting, again they will send you the mail from you for your confirmation, and at the end, they will ask you one question. What is that questions? Okay, I already explained the content. You have to click after submitting all the details. They will ask ethics in publication. I accept. You have to click on the accept button. Then after clicking on that part, it will be your final submission to the journal. After submitting to the journal, it will go to the editor first. Then editor will verify whether it is up to the journal marks or not. And if it is okay, the quality contents are okay, objectives are clear, novelty is there, you have defined the gaps properly. After confirming all the details, the editor will send to the reviewers. He may send more than 4 reviewers, 5 reviewers, depend on that. Because what is happening, reason of delaying our review is response from the reviewer. Response from the reviewer is the major issue we are facing now, because there are so many journals they are sending, and we have limited researchers which are working in some particular domain. Like if I take the example, I am getting invitation for the review papers more than 10, but I am not able to review it because of time constraint. So, but during that invitation, it is clearly mentioned that you have to review the paper within of 10 days or 15 days. It is clearly mentioned. If reviewer do his activity within the mentioned time, then whatever the response you are expecting, 15 days, within the 15 days response, 1 month response, you can easily get it. But because of the constraint of the reviewers, it may delay while reviewing the process. Okay, that is the major issue we are having. But there is a limitation from the journal side. Journal is already clear about the time of the reviewer. Okay, then this is all about the submission. Once we're done with the submission, we have to wait for 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, maybe more than 1 year also. But today it is very difficult to wait for 1 year. We don't have that much time. So for in that case, what you can do, if we are not getting the response from the editor in your database, in your journal login, if it is showing paper is with the editor, simply politely you can write the mail to the editor. That is the that this is the reason I need some fast processing for publications. Please do the activity as soon as possible from your side. As a, that lightly polite request you can write it to the editor, and he will think on that and he will process. Once it will go to the it will transfer from the editor to the reviewer. It will reflect in your database, in your journal login. It will reflect whether the paper is with the editor or reviewer. If it is a reviewer, you need to wait. You need to wait. Okay. Then after some days, the reviewer will give the comment. So after getting the comments, whether the paper is acceptable, whether there is a minor revision, whether it is having the major revisions, everything will be communicated by the editor. Okay, whether it is accepted, whether it is rejected, what are the comments, everything will be communicated by the editor, right? And he will give the details about the reviewer's comment. Now, how to address after getting the reviewer comments? How to address these things? If we are getting some comments that you can resubmit the research article by incorporating all the comments, then that time itself you be sure that your paper is already accepted. That positive remark will build up your confidence. What is the task? You have to address each and every comment given by the reviewer. Again, I'm repeating. If there is a rejection sentence, then only consider it as a rejection. If there are some comments, you can resubmit the paper after addressing the comments. That time itself, you can think our paper is accepted already. Now your task is address the comments carefully. So how to address these comments? That is the next task.